This is round 3.
Yep, round 3.
Okay. Jeff again. Hi. It's round 3. Shit is crazy. I'm going to tribal. Is this my first time going to tribal? I think so. Wait, who went the first time? Who left the first time? Josh was the second one to go. First one was to go.
Gabe.
Who's Gabe again? Oh, Gabe. Oh, yeah, that's right. So yeah, I didn't want Gabe to go, but he left because he self-destructed, apparently. And then Josh was talking about all of these OG tribal lines, which is not a thing because this game is so wild and dynamic that I don't think anyone's really thinking about that anymore. But yeah, we go into a game, Codenames, a game I'm amazing at, and it's not even me just being really cocky. Like, I fucking love Codenames, so we should have easily won this. I should have known other teams were going conservative and went for like 9 turns. We could have gotten this done in 4 or 5 turns and would have easily won, but we lost, so I'm going to go vote now. Yay, going to tribal. Not excited, but feeling safe this round. I am a little nervous that somebody has a power out there that is going to turn around and fuck me. It's happened before, so I'm afraid of it happening again, because this feels eerily similar to that, except for this time I didn't have a wedding to distract me. So I'm just hoping that people are staying true to what they're saying. Doesn't seem like any reason not to. People are pretty much on the same page, made a new alliance with Michael and Ryan, because we bonded together in the Codenames Challenge. We're going to talk to Grayson and bring him in on the vote to gain his trust so he doesn't vote for us in the near future. Corey is reaching out to me now and wanting to talk game. We haven't had the opportunity to play much this game prior. Jackie is also reaching out recently. She has not reached out before because she hasn't needed me before. Now I think she does. Who else? Jack I've not heard from. I forgot that he was in the running to be voted on until just recently. Grayson was an original target that we could have gone for easily, but he's better as a vote to be used and an ally for now. Stevie is another possible target that's on people's minds, but he's probably somebody that I want to work with and somebody that, if people are targeting now, will be a shield to help keep me safe. So if I keep him safe, then that's a shield. But I've also fallen into issue with that in the past too. So I will learn from my mistakes on that as well. So this round, it seems like it's going to be Jackie. I could make a move to whip something in a different direction, but this is pre-game. Right? This is pre-game for me right now because this is pre-jury. I feel like the major moves will happen once you start doing stuff in jury. That's when real resumes get written. We can have some internship moves now, but I think now is just play with the numbers and see who's working with you right now is the best move. So with that, I open the floor to questions if you have any. Just keep it short today. Probably have more to say tomorrow.
So I want to talk about the challenge just a little bit. Seems like you've played before, and then you were the person that was giving the clues in the challenge. It seemed like you guys were doing well in the beginning, and then you ended up hitting that black space. Can you just like break down what your thought process was with like the clue you gave there, and like what exactly happened?
So I do take some responsibility for the challenge because I was the spy master, so inevitably that does fall on my hands. The clue I gave, well, the first clue I gave got us 4 in a row, and that was an amazing triumph that, would have easily gave us the win. If I was thinking a little bit more long-term instead of trying to just optimize our chances, I would have realized that initial move would have been enough to get us the win, assuming that everybody got all 9. But I took the calculated risk of saying tiki when I saw the word beach and torch, because tiki torch, and you think sand and beach. But I didn't want to say, uh, you know, I almost said luau, and I didn't think they would get torch from luau. So I thought that they would have said water, which was a red card, and I didn't want a negative point. Um, but I forgot which one that they did go to. Do you remember the red clue that
It
they
was the black clue that they ended up saying was bar.
bar? Yeah, tiki bar. I did. Is that what it is? Tiki bar? Is that
Yeah.
it? Oh, I didn't know people called them tiki bars, but anyway. Um, I just didn't think that they were going to go with that, and so that was a mistake on my part. But right now it's funny because who just said Jackie just said that there's a rumor that apparently that Michael and I are pissed at Grayson, which isn't true. I'm mad at myself if anybody on the team. Like I just told Jackie, I was like, I'm a team player, so like if a team wins, it's a team triumph. If the team loses, it's a team downfall. Like there's equal blame to go around. Um, yeah, so that was just a miscommunication of sorts that cost our team the win. So yeah.
And then so not knowing that, you guys were doing the challenge, kind of not knowing that it was going to be a joint elimination tonight. Did you have any strategy or thoughts going into a potential, elimination with just the team that you were chosen on?
I actually prepared for both, to be honest. I had hypothesized that that was going to be the case. I actually overthought it. I thought that both teams were coming together and two people would go tonight. Um, so for that, I overthought it. But the fact that we're a joint tribal right now isn't too surprising. So I did prepare for that. On the offshoot that it was um, either just us voting by ourselves, I was planning on putting attention on Grayson because that would have been our easy vote. But now that we are in a joint situation, it's easier to use him as an ally and a number to try to do something with the other side and bring in numbers on that side to accomplish our goal and to even flush out any powers out there that may exist.
Okay, and then if you want to touch on just kind of going like at this moment, I know there's a lot of time before the elimination, but at this moment, what you're thinking for the vote, who you're talking to, and who you in particular are like targeting at the moment right now.
Judging off of what I've learned from the first two tribals, I feel like Kayla was an easy vote for the first round, and because of Gabe's implosion, that easily took the heat off of her. And then Josh being on the minority side of that team, the second time they went to tribal, kind of painted him and his situation in a bad light. So I think this vote opens the door for a lot of possibilities. And I kind of forgot what you asked me because I was rambling for a second. What's the question again?
Just like kind of who you're talking to leading up to this, what you guys are talking about.
So I had a call with Michael and Ryan recently, and we have a plan set to bring Grayson in. And right now, the game plan is to go after Jackie. But like you said, there's plenty of time before that, so we don't know what's happening. I'm going to reach back out to Kayla and see how she's doing, if she's heard anything. Corey has reached out to me to get some information. I'm working on trusting her. Again, I haven't played much with her, so I don't know how much I can trust her quite yet, but she does seem interested in playing. I'm really interested in playing the game with people who are ready to play the game. I don't like wallflowers. I don't like coasters. There is a difference between floaters and coasters. I think I went over this in my interview, but we can elaborate on this later. But yeah, I don't like people who are just getting dragged along just for the easy votes later on. I like people who are engaged and want to play this game. So when I heard people were coming after Stevie, I'm like, I'm not ready to take him out because I like and he's ready to play the game. He's involved and active versus somebody who's just like off to the side. I do like Jackie as well, but she has been kind of wallflower-ish, and I've made attempts to reach out to her and socialize with her in the past, and she just hasn't reciprocated. So for that reason, I'm okay with joining the bandwagon and voting her out this round. And I think that's where a lot of the conversations have been and will be going tonight.
So at this point in the game, you're a couple rounds in. You kind of know everybody who's playing. Who do you trust the most, and who do you trust the least right now?
I don't know. I feel so boring because I feel like my answers never really change. I still trust Scott the most. We have a near daily digest with each other. And I honestly think that our chances in this game are tied to each other's success. So his incentive to work with me is better than if he were to cut me, especially this early on. So I still trust Scott the most. The least, let's see, the least, pretty much everyone else. Kayla, because I don't talk to her. Jack, because I don't talk to her or him. I don't know. Jordan, because I don't talk to him, and for the strategic reasons I mentioned earlier. And yeah, that's pretty much it, those three.
And then the only other question I have for you, besides yourself, who do you think is in the best position to go far and possibly win the game?
Scott, as always. That answer is not going to change. As long as I'm in the game, it's going to be Scott. I know that's a boring answer, so you might have to ask that as instead of you and Scott. If I'm in, I would say probably Austin. I feel like he's sneaky enough to be social, but also not and fly underneath the radar. He's a floater like I like to play.
All right, Jeff, that's all the questions that I have for you at this time. If you have anything you'd like to add to the end of this, go for it. If not, I can stop the recording for you.
No, I'm ready to go. Thanks, guys.
All righty.